I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found the peace that comes from watching my fishies as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Nice to be back. Mike has one with I'm burning. I'm on my way. Remember me. Remember me. Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
You're too much. Too much.
Definitely.
There are no words. I can feel it right here. Oh, mercy, mercy. Oh. Well, gang. Oh. What do we do? I gotta turn the whole thing over to
Okay.
courtesy of Mike, right? Sponsored by
Right.
Mike of 1993. Glory.
I've definitely had a fun weekend helping my aunt set up her first Father Fish tank.
Well, that's exciting stuff.
It is.
Yeah, she was on here, a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I panned her tank one way from one end to the other.
Hey, it helped her.
Put it together. Put it together, she has.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Adam is here. We're going to look at his pond.
All right.
Look at this. Mercy.
Wow.
Downright party, ain't it?
That's amazing.
Happy Sunday, Father Fish, Dina.
Happy Sunday, Adam.
Happy
Look
Sunday.
at this. How gorgeous.
Sunday. Yeah, he finally got it to where it looks pretty darn good, man.
It certainly is, doesn't it?
It looks spectacular.
Impressive.
There's a bog way up top. You can't see it, but there's a.
I got a full screen this.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's all natural, no chems, just Father Fish method, man. You know it.
So what fish you got in it?
Got mosquito fish, and that's why I'm calling. We have 8 koi in there, 4 bigger ones, 4 little ones, and.
Oh, wow.
My question is, how long does it take these guys to come out? They've been hiding for 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
Really? Well, they may keep hiding. I don't know. Do you have any herons around?
No, well, yeah, we had one, but they're in there because they'll come out, do a lap, and go back under the rocks.
Yeah. It looks like
So
your side
they're super shot.
pretty good. You may have pretty good protection from herons there. It looks wonderful.
Yeah, it does. I'd love
Yeah.
to see the bog portion.
Oh,
You
okay.
may, yeah, you may simply need more.
Yeah, I think I followed your recommendation and we raised it. If you look, it's a good 2 feet all the way around.
Yeah,
Wow.
You know, the
I
bog
think
is Dina, can you see the bog? I don't know.
Yeah, I love how you've got it set up.
it's gorgeous. Yeah.
Love that.
This camera's weird. It's like backwards, you guys.
Oh,
There
I
we
know
go.
how that goes.
There we go.
Nice.
There's the bog.
Great.
Wow.
So, and it's about 7 feet long, 3 feet deep, all gravel rocks. You know, the whole deal.
Atlantic is spectacular.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
my buddy comes over. He's a professional, so he comes over on the weekends. And
Wow.
I buy these weird. I don't even know what they are. He just brings them.
Yeah, really impressive. Right, right.
Thanks.
It's
there
definitely
she
the most
is.
beautiful pond I've ever seen.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
kind, guys. It's kind. Well, nature's beautiful, right? How wrong can you go when you do
Into
rock?
that, right.
Amen.
Wonderful. I love it. I love
Thanks
it.
for letting me share. Thanks for letting me share.
You bet.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, Adam.
All right. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow,
That pond is something else.
amazing.
Yeah, it is.
A messenger with a message. Goodness sakes. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Joey likes his setup. Mike
It's
said he
nice.
ran for the koi pond the other day at the show. Ooh. Megan and Brenda are talking. Brenda's over. She's in the other room.
Hmm.
They're chatting on the phone. Her husband is in the hospital right now. He
Hmm.
just had back surgery, so he is still in the hospital, but he's going to rehab from here. So
Hmm.
she's still limping about on a crutch. She's down to one crutch,
Hey, that's improvement.
so she's, I think, feeling better. The swelling has gone down.
Good.
Mike, you certainly do support us. I certainly do appreciate it. It's very kind of you.
Yeah, it is.
Court is here.
Hey.
Court. Hi.
Hi guys.
How
Hi.
are you?
Are you ready for this?
You bet. Oh my word.
Nice work. Wow.
Is that 55?
Yes, sir.
That's stunning.
Beautiful.
That is stunning.
Can we make it full screen?
Yeah.
I think it's gorgeous.
Sorry. Let me set my camera so it will.
Oh, okay.
What's that stupid button?
Nice. So what fish do you have in it?
Right
There.
now,
Oh,
Oh, you had it go back. You had
Sorry.
it.
give it a second. There it is.
It's perfect.
there we go. Right now, we have got 4 whirlpool rasboras because the tank is only functional since Friday.
Okay.
So we added our very first little fishies on Saturday, so yesterday. And boy, are they having a good time.
I'll bet.
Yeah, they are.
One over here. See. They are.
Yeah, I can see them.
We got tons of plants. We've got some nice hardscape. That rock is going to move. It's just holding down that piece right now.
Right.
Hmm.
Got some Christmas moss on the branch. I've
I
got
love
a
that.
little Anubias Anna in my cholla there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Wonderful. Good job.
Mhm. You're
Hope I have
doing
enough.
great.
So what kind of fish do you want in it ultimately?
Well, I'm kind of debating on a few different species. I'm kind of leaning toward gouramis.
Gouramis are good. It'd be a
Mhm.
good tank for gouramis.
Yeah, it would.
Gouramis before, so it would be kind of exciting to get something new and really pretty colors.
Right. Another fish that's about the same size are rainbows, and they do real. I have them with gouramis. They do pretty well together, and they're very colorful, of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice tanks, Court. I love
Yeah.
it. Good
And
job.
so I really to get my father fish style tank. So we've got, and whenever I tell you this is precisely a level inch of substrate under there, I mean I have a level on top of that stuff.
Yep,
Mhm.
looking
I
good.
also
Yeah, it
got
is.
my fishing tank finally set up on Saturday too, and because I had some leftover plants I couldn't fit really without popping
Yeah,
up everybody else, and so that's fully planted.
nice. Pretty well. We're going to look forward to seeing this routinely as you add
Absolutely.
more fish to it and as it
I'm
grows out.
excited.
Very, very nice.
Right, I'll get back in the chat and I will be
Good
talking
girl.
to you.
Thank you, Court. Appreciate you. Nice.
Mhm. She's got it set up, ready to go.
Yeah, that's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait to see how it evolves over the coming week.
Right, right. Well, that's a good choice of fish too. Not
Mhm.
many people focus on gouramis in a tank, and they really are a good choice. There's such a variety of color, shape, size.
Mhm.
You know, it's a really really good choice. And the deeper you get into it, the more you realize is there.
Mhm.
Particularly when you stretch it out then to include other labyrinth fish. You can do that as with that kind of population as well. And
Oh,
they
that'd be fun.
really do quite well. None of them are, the only one that's aggressive is the blue spotted.
Mhm.
And if you just avoid blue spot gouramis,
Mhm.
you're going to be good to go. There really are not many others that are particularly aggressive at all. Jacob's here. Let's say hello to Jacob.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hi,
Hey,
Jacob.
how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. They made a nice little patch over here. Can you see?
Yeah, they did.
That. Look at
that
that.
I had that all up here, and then when it fell, this is what they did. They made this like that.
Nice.
So they made a cave out of this, which was really nice out of their
Oh,
little bit of litter.
I saw your angel in there. It's looking pretty good. Fish
But
look good. Look at
but then I fixed that, and it's got about 4 plants up here, so I fixed them back here and washed the sponge filters out and put them back.
nice.
Mhm.
But it's
Hey,
I think I found out why I was getting a little bit of a cloudiness. I think I wasn't seeing it till it was too late because my back here my little air stone was going bad on the inside because it's hot rodded to
oh,
give
I.
it more.
Uh,
So the air stone inside got clogged, I'm guessing. So I went to go pull it off and then it was having
oh,
bubbles and then
I see. Yeah.
back
Right.
in,
Right.
and then it wasn't
Here's
giving me
so.
bubbles. So I got new ones today, and
Right.
they were these things. So now I got a 2-inch one in there. So
Oh,
Cool.
it's gonna give me more.
yep. Nice.
Mhm.
But they're starting to break down slightly. But they're
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
it.
They
But
do
they're
take a
starting.
while, don't they? Yeah.
Oh yeah, but they're starting to break down now. I mean, I that's good though. That's a good sign.
Well, the chewers are getting into them. I
Oh
say,
yeah. And then up here, if you really look closely, like right here, here's a really white little micro worm, which means that like there's a whole bunch of them guys. They're just right up here on the surface.
cool.
That's awesome.
So when I be going, cause I be getting the good stuff. Like I don't go to no junk part of no creek. I get actually from a really good place. Like I've watched your videos. I get from very good healthy spots, good bacteria, good
Yeah,
biology. I
yeah,
even bring gallons of water as my replacement instead of getting well water. I'll go to the creek and get creek water. So I'm constantly all the time bringing in biology.
nice,
That's
nice.
impressive.
And then I actually don't have no algae, but very little. Like
I
this is just
noticed that. Yeah,
Mhm.
like this stuff comes right off.
yeah.
That's look at them all jumping. I stirred it up by mistake.
Uh, nice.
But they're very healthy. See, look, I think this is the one that had it. Where's he at? Is that the one? Uh, oh no, he's back there. So if you look, he can you see how it's going down slightly? Them
Mhm.
almond thing, them
Yeah,
them
yeah.
almond the almond leaves are actually, curing it slightly, like helping him basically. I believe. I noticed a big
Hey,
difference because his eye was really bulging, like it was to the point of almost it looked like it was about to pop out.
yeah, yeah.
And
Well, that's
and
it.
then,
It's good that that reversed.
and
Mhm.
he didn't lose no sign of appetite. He actually still enjoys to eat when it's eat time. He forges when he needs to. He don't really fight with nobody except for just temporary mocking here and there, which is normal. Other than that, it's I think I helped get him before it started getting bad.
I think so too. Good
Mhm.
job, Jacob. Thank you.
Well, thank y'all.
You bet. Bye for now. Where are we?
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, yeah, it sure is.
Mhm.
What's going on in the chat here? Let's see. Do. Oh, we got some new people. We
Yeah,
got
we
to
do.
pass out some wrenches. Who did I see? Big time. Where'd it go? Yeah. Kid A. Love to see Dina's tanks.
Definitely can do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab his phone.
All right. We got big time adventures. Get you a wrench. Pass out wrenches there. Now y'all are getting wrenches, which means you're recognized as a trustworthy member of the shoal. Be sure to subscribe to Father Fish so that you can keep your wrench. Otherwise, next time you come back, it'll be gone. Look at that. Mike 19, this blows my mind. 1993. And that's a dollar sign, 299.99. That's astounding. Just astounding. Mike, you're too much. Victor Painting from Canada gets a wrench. Knickknacks, Knicks-knacks. Thank you all for existing. Well, thank you for existing. I like that. Your very existence is a blessing. Picture painting, knickknacks, Venkatesh Samasaratam, Soma Sundaram, Venkatesh. Well, let's see, you got a wrench? I guess you do. Who gave you a wrench? That's odd. Whoops, we just lost everything here. We wanted to do that. All right, what happened?
Oh no, did we lose something?
Yeah, it just dropped down. Let's see. Oh, we got everybody? I think we do.
Think so.
Yeah. Big time today from Malaysia. Nice. Got people all over the world here,
Right.
don't we?
It's pretty amazing.
It never ceases to surprise. Eric Venegas. Let's see. Eric, get you a wrench.
Definitely.
And what is
Actually,
he
he's
saying?
on my stream, so
So in plants already. Nightingale very good. Good job, Eric. I started watching your videos about setting up your tank with an inch of soil and 2 inches of sand. What are your thoughts of adding sand as a cap to a setup tank? Yeah, absolutely, Eric. You certainly can do that. Ryan said, I'm a sub and need a wrench. Well, there you go. You got a wrench.
Mhm. And so
Ryan,
does Eric.
good job, Ryan. All right, we got them all.
Awesome.
3G, yeah, Adam's saying we need it. What do we got here? We got Eric. Are you there, Eric? We got I don't have his camera. I think his mic is on, but his camera's not. Let me see. Can you hear us, Eric?
He said on my stream, yes, he can hear us. You just need to turn your camera on
I can't
and
hear
everything will be good.
All right, we'll wait for him to do that. So let's see. We've got. Let me get Danny O's,
Okay.
and then we'll come back to
Mhm.
Dina.
Yeah.
Hi, Danny O's.
Hello.
Hi there.
My cat is lying here, so
Oh, adorable.
Wow,
greetings from him too.
nice.
But I wanted to ask you, what's your idea of? Because I think it would be a good idea to add these Amazon swords to my betta and add more Podgetons here because I don't have a very strong light. And the Podgetons, I've seen that grow very well without the light,
Well,
but
you're
these
right.
Amazon swords just aren't growing that well.
Yeah, I think so too. I never heard it pronounced that way. I kind of like it, Apogeta.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I always say Abajetan or Applejetan, but Apogeta,
yeah,
like. Where did
yeah.
you?
I call it.
Is that your invention, or did you hear that somewhere?
I heard that somewhere. It's the name in Latin, I think.
Oh,
Oh, that's
really?
cool.
Wow. So that may be the valid pronunciation.
It's
might be.
growing right here. The leaves fell off because some of my critters, well, bit it off.
Yeah.
But I'm overall thinking of adding more stem plants and maybe a few more bulb plants too.
Uh, it's a very
And
tank. Yeah, it's I
thank
really
you.
like it.
Yeah,
It's
and
very
also
warm.
I've been thinking because I also have two African dwarf frogs in here. I'm thinking if it wouldn't be a better idea to add them to my betta tank because
See them more.
they're they're always hiding right here.
Yeah, yeah, you might see them more with a better tank.
Yeah, they come out sometimes and just to check out their surroundings. Sometimes eat, but usually they stay in this corner or right here
Oh yeah.
or somewhere just
Well, they are kind of
at
shy,
random.
right?
Yeah, they are.
Nice.
But I don't know if they might be stressed from the bigger amount of fish in here. Oh,
Well, they
one of
could
them
very
just
well
went up
be.
for air here.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
part of the reason I agreed with moving them because it'll put
yeah,
less stress on them being with a betta.
yeah. It's also a female betta, so
Oh, all right.
and
Nice
my
tag,
fry are
patios.
doing pretty good.
Well, look at that.
Oh, awesome.
What fry are they?
Of the Daniels,
Oh, okay.
except I can see one here that looks like it has a bent spine, so
Oh,
that one might die or it might survive.
right, right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Uh, what did I want to ask you? Yeah, and I also have a little bit of a snail problem in here. I had a lot of great pond snails that multiplied. Well, I don't bred together, and so there's a bunch of baby snails here. Do you
Oh,
know how I could resolve that in any way?
little puffer. You can put like
Just not with chemicals.
a pea puffer will deal with it.
Yeah. Well, I've thought of
Or
a
a
pea
loach.
buffer.
Any kind of loach, like a coolie
Yeah.
loach.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, I've uh, checked out coolie loaches. I've heard that they eat snails. So thanks for your opinion.
Tank
Yeah.
too. That'll do
Yeah.
well.
Well, yeah. I really can't have pea puffers because my dad doesn't want puffers in my house because he doesn't want any kind of uh, toxic animal.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I've had this tank for about I
Huh.
think 3 months.
I don't know about that. That's interesting. Very
Yeah.
good. Thank you, Daddy O's. That's where are you from?
I'm from the Czech Republic.
Ah,
Cool.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, delighted. Delighted that. Thank you for staying up so late to be with
Yeah.
us.
Well, it's always great to get up for the live streams.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
Yeah.
wonderful.
Um.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And also, I have a lot of tannins in here. And I wanted to ask you about resurrection jars.
Okay.
Uh, well, I had this resurrection jar that failed. Um, I had some scuds in there
Yeah.
from a local river and some of these kind of I don't know what they are, some kind of
Leeches.
slugs or something.
Yeah, they're leeches. They're not
Yeah,
dangerous,
leeches.
but they're not. They're not anything that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, just I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I filled it up too much with rocks.
Well, it's
probably.
live though. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
You got live stuff in there, so that's fine.
yeah. Well, yeah, there's live stuff in there. I do see some seed shrimp, so that's pretty promising.
Yes, you bet.
That's very promising.
Yeah,
But the scuds died, so this is probably gonna end up being a seed shrimp resurrection jar, which is in which is actually more beneficial for my fish because I have nano fish.
really. Very
Yeah, like
wonderful.
they can fit it in their mouths.
Thank you, Danny Yost.
Thank
Appreciate you
you.
coming up. Very
Yeah,
nice. Good job on the tanks. Looks really
thank
great.
you.
Yeah, it
Thank
does.
you.
Right,
Yeah,
bye for now.
it's all about listening to your advice and just trusting my tanks and my fish and my plants.
You bet. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good evening.
You too.
I noticed Mike is continuing to lose his mind here. You go, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
1993, 99.99, and there's an earlier 49.99,
Oh, wow.
and an earlier. I go all the way back to the beginning. I wonder if I can find it. Oh, right there. Bang. Mercy. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
Ryan Bell joined the Discord.
Awesome.
Funding the stream tonight. I think you're right, Squirt. I think he is. No question. Plants and father fish no cans no CO2. So they will thrive. Yes, they will. So I'm looking into an alternative shipper. I've kind of, at the moment, settled on FedEx. Don't have it set up yet. Haven't finished that, so I'm hoping this week we can give them a try and see how that works out. We've done UPS before. I think we're going to make some basic kinds of adjustments. Probably we will continue shipping non-living material like the dirt and dry goods through Postal Service ground. We'll see how that goes, and then do plants and fish through FedEx. The fish are another matter, and I haven't really worked that out yet. If we can depend on 2 to 3 days shipping, then it's not a problem shipping priority or shipping that way. The problem with the post office is we can't depend on their 2 to 3 day shipping. It too frequently turns into 7 to 10 day shipping, and that doesn't work. It doesn't even work for plants, really.
Yeah.
I mean, plants that are in a box for a week are just not going to survive. It just doesn't work. And more, that's what's happening with the post office. They're getting worse and worse. Bear is here. Hi,
Hey, Bear.
Hi. So this is I told Dina I'd come up but I just literally got back from the river and grabbed another jar, and so it's a cloudy mess, but I thought I'd still come up and let the little puffers say hi if they'll make an appearance.
Well, looks nice.
Yeah, it does. I love your tank, Bear.
And then we'll take a little trip to see the jars of glorious filth.
Right? Awesome. Can't wait to see them.
And on the way, there's the giant cookie jar of snails.
I love that
I do too.
jar.
And I'm gonna go over here. Right. And hopefully, maybe I'll turn you sideways. Sorry.
Okay, that's no problem.
So, I can't see what you can see. So,
Those are some nice jars.
and
Flip your camera sideways.
Hmm.
sideways or back?
Yeah, that like that. Yeah.
Perfect. I think it
Well,
froze.
she froze. Yeah, we lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she collected a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, she was messaging me about it. I was telling her, it's like, you got to come up and show this.
Yeah. I'm afraid we've lost her.
Yeah, I think we have lost her. Well, Harry had a question. Maybe she'll be able to come back up.
Yeah.
Hey, can you explain to me in simple words, what does cycling a tank mean?
You know, that's a really good question.
It really is.
A cycling tank. Well, I know what it used to mean,
Hmm.
but I don't think it means what you think it means
Right?
anymore. um, okay, let's try this. If you're doing a bare tank or a tank with gravel in the bottom and no other source of living matter in the tank, you don't have plants. You're not introducing food web, nothing like that. You got gravel and you've got water, and you hooked up the filter and heater, and you've got things bubbling. What it means in that case is creating enough bacterial growth in the substrate to be able to burn up ammonia, to be able to convert ammonia to nitrate, and then nitrate. So that means something very specific. When you're talking about a tank, such as we set up, that has a living substrate and lots of plants in it, it doesn't mean that at all, because the plants immediately absorb ammonia. And so ammonia becomes a non-issue.
Mm-hmm.
You also have, by virtue of the substrate and by virtue of the plants, and by putting fish in right away, you're building a biological foundation that is able to sustain itself. And that happens instantly. So it's not something that takes any particular time to initiate. It's initiated immediately. And the more plants you have, the more fish you can put in that tank. Now, by increasing the volume of fish week after week in relatively small numbers, that's increasing the biology of the system. So the system becomes stronger, healthier, more resilient, more capable of sustaining more life.
Mm-hmm.
So it means something very different than what we used to mean by that before we started doing these living systems. The bear is back.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
It's no
So
problem.
yeah, there's some of the jars, and
Oh my,
That's nice.
hopefully
look at that. Nice.
we can.
Now, you have lids on everything.
Well, I had a little airline
Yeah.
in that one, and sorry, I still can't see what you can see, so hopefully I'm
Oh, we're
not
seeing it.
Yeah.
too crazy. And that's the one from the river.
Nice.
Cool.
And I found a plant, so I'm not sure what it is yet, but hopefully it lives.
Cool.
Hey, hopefully.
And another vase, and I poured a little bit of the sand that I grabbed from the river in there.
Okay.
And that's just a lame skull with sea monkeys.
Nice.
Oh, cool. I love
And
that.
another awesome jar from our local irrigation ditch.
Cool.
Hopefully I'm not shaking too bad. I'm sorry, everyone.
Hey, you're doing fine.
You're doing great.
So, yay. And then hopefully I don't lose you again, and we'll go see some shrimps.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Okay.
I really I really appreciate having lids on these because it, oh my word,
Wow.
it prevents evaporation. Look at this.
It's beautiful.
So
Are we on
there's, hopefully you can see that tank.
screen?
It's just a little itty bitty one.
Looks great.
And those are all Father Fish plants that have gone crazy.
Wow.
So that's all I got. Oh wait, I
Pretty
lied.
impressive.
So I got this tank literally like 5 days ago, and it's not actually properly Father Fish in my opinion because it doesn't have enough plants and it doesn't have enough sand. So here we go.
That's a pretty tank.
The butt end.
So yeah, it's got fake stuff in there because I was just trying to throw something in there so it wouldn't be empty and sad.
Mhm.
But
nice.
I need to get more plants, and there's a little bit from the river
Cool.
that I just threw in there.
Well, good for you. That's exciting.
So
it is.
yeah, that's what I got, and I'll pop down so other people can pop up.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work.
Mhm. Thanks for coming up.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, how neat.
Yeah, she's doing a great job.
Let's see. Let me look in the. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Let's see. I don't know how far back to go. Chatterbox. 6:28 in the morning, where Chatterbox is.
Wow.
Must be in Australia.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it, right? Mike says, add more plants. As Father Fish says, I've seen silver dollars in an aquarium with plants and hornworts. Did I ever say that?
Not that I can
Hornwort, maybe.
recall.
Hornwort, maybe.
Actually, you may have said it with hornwort. Yeah, because hornwort's pretty tough.
Yeah. Silver dollar's a notorious plant eater. Now, we're trying something with the waru. We've
Mhm.
got nice sized waru, 4 of them in a 55. We moved them, and we found that they don't go after Apanajik.
Mhm.
Or how did he say it? Apanajik. I forget.
Yeah, I think it was
What did he say?
Ostinaten. What did Ostinaten? It sounds something like that.
Up
He
and
said
up,
it really cool.
up and on. Apology. Up and on the thing. Up and that's. I should have practiced it more when he said it. Which is interesting. But I've noticed that in other tanks, that if there was a lot of predation of plants going on, the bulb plants survived.
Mhm.
Not always completely, but they survived better. So we just tried a half a dozen of them in with the wire rope. Small plants. We'll see if they grew and how they do.
Hopefully everything will work out.
Nice. What's this spike posting? I can't tell. Oh. Mike is in Savannah.
That's cool.
Actually in Loganville, Georgia.
Mhm. That's pretty cool.
Let's see. Oh. Just looking through the chat here.
Oh yeah.
Pilates, yeah, that's true, Danny. It's Pilates. Typically, when you see a fish picking on a plant, it's not eating the plant, it's eating what's on the plant, which could be microfauna, it could be microscopic little animals, it could be algae, it could even be a bacterial slime. But it rarely, unless the leaf is dead or dying, it rarely is eating the leaf. Now, there are plant-eating animals.
Mhm.
And we just mentioned a couple. There are others that absolutely eat plants. But typically, most fish do not. Father Fish, Dina, what are your favorite fish? What's your favorite fish, Dina?
Guppies. they're always producing more fry.
That's a really good. That's a really good one. And their variety is what's
Oh,
really
absolutely.
incredible.
What's your favorite fish?
Morning on the coast. Chatterbox says it's Father Fish in the morning. I'm on the coast. It's beautiful here. Chatterbox says Southernville. So he's on, which coast are you on? Well, you got to be on the the East Coast. Nobody lives on the West Coast of Australia.
Right.
Adam's saying it would be cool to have this in the morning. I used to do for golly, a year and a half. I did a morning stream, and it was very popular. I did it daily. We did, I think it was 8 to 10. We did an 8 to 10 morning stream, Eastern time. And I did it for, golly, a year and a half, I think.
Oh wow.
That was a long time. We developed a lot of special music for it that's all still up on the website. We had a fellow doing that for us who disappeared right after the 2020 election. He's from England, was very upset about the election. And I think got taken down.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and never came back. But he was brilliant and wonderful, and did so many things that it was a great spirit. It was a much it was different than this. I mean, this is friendly and warm, but that was much more kind of community oriented, I guess. And it kicked off a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube that is still ongoing. It was something that I was up 8 o'clock every morning for 2 hours. It was a 2 hour stream.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 to 10, 7 days a week
Oh, wow.
for a year and a half. Something
That's
else.
impressive.
Let's see.
What's your favorite fish, Father Fish?
I
Hard
don't.
call because you got so many.
Yeah, I don't know. It it kind of changes.
Hmm.
Right now, I'm really fascinated by the gobies,
Hmm.
um, and the dwarf labyrinths, the some of the little tiny stuff.
That's cool.
Abba certainly is a fish that has always interested me. I've had them for some years. I mean, I actually took an Abba to Florida from Maryland. I got it as a little one, and I kept it until it was about 18 inches, and then overfilled the tank, and it rolled out onto the floor.
Oh, no.
And the floor was on a deck, and it had indoor-outdoor carpeting, and it rubbed its belly raw, and I caught it alive and put it back, but it didn't survive.
Mhm.
So that was kind of sad.
Yeah, it is.
Another one now that's doing really quite well. And I've been in touch with Predatory Fish, which is, I think, I think it's a company that just utterly fascinates me, because they are full blown into big predators and big fish, and are literally traveling the world finding them. They've been all over China and the Far East, and have found things that have just boggled my mind. One of the things that surprises me, because we live such a sheltered existence here in the States, they showed a fish show in China. A fish show in China. The fish show was row after row after row after row of 125-gallon tanks, lined up end to end, about 6 deep, 100 rows long.
That's impressive.
Whatever, an immense, and every one of them had a single fish.
Wow.
A lot of them were raised, but all kinds of fish. Flower horns, certainly, but single large fish that were spectacular species fish. And the people who were there were obviously wealthy people. There were people who were highly dressed in suits, the men, the women in very nice dresses, but it was primarily men. It absolutely boggled my mind. So that there's a wealthy class of Chinese who maintain tropical fish as single species. And I've heard this before about the hobby in China, that it is and throughout much of the Far East, that it's really based on single species and not on what we're doing, not
That's
on
interesting.
community tanks, not on natural tanks, nothing like that. It's all very high tech. It's all pristine, clean tanks, devoid of any kind of structure, little to no hardscape, and
Wow.
single large species of fish. Utterly remarkable. Um, Stingrays
Oh,
with
cool.
patterns on them, patterns that were just like big white ball, like golf ball patterns with a ring of smaller all around the edge, worth tens of thousands of dollars. It
That's
just
amazing.
boggles the brain.
Right? It would definitely be impressive to see something like that in person.
Yeah. Well, I just appreciated them being able to show a bit of it.
Right?
It was just eye opening. But that's what they're doing. They have an importer. They've got importers all over the Far East, and they're coming up with remarkable, just remarkable fish. So we got one of the racks finished. We got to paint it and put it in place. We'll get all the tens on it, and then we've got another rack we're building that will have two 10-foot spans of tanks, a 125 and a 75 alongside each other. So that's 6 foot and 4 foot, 10-foot span, two spans of that for large fish. And that's going to be large fish. And we're going to have some of these monsters. We will have things like stingrays, which
Wow.
I'm very anxious to get, and some other probably tiger fish, some other really remarkable kinds of fish. So very excited about it. Very excited about working with predatory fish to be able to do some of this. It's not going to be limitless. It's going to be very limited and very selective. But then that's the direction we're going in with this shop. We're not trying to do a big, massive, everything warehouse kind of shop. We're trying to do small, selective, uh, much more decorative oriented kinds of displays, a boutique approach rather than a warehouse approach.
Mhm.
So look to that as we develop and come along with it. It's going to be really quite exciting, I think.
That it will be.
Let's see what else. I'm trying to let me get down to the bottom here. Oh, there we go. Doom pie. Least favorite fish. That's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite thing?
My least favorite, even though I love them, is the dwarf gouramis because I always lose them to dwarf gourami disease.
Yeah, I got some new ones in that
Yeah.
are an American flag. They call it iridescent blue, I think, but it has three color patterns. It has a red, a white, and a blue, and it's the
Love
the
that.
body. It's divided into three bands.
Wow.
Just got them in. They're doing really well. I'm excited about them. I think they've been designed by somebody who has been able to avoid the dreaded dwarf gourami disease.
That's good news. Yeah, I would love to see those. They sound so beautiful.
Yeah, Christian, that's what I'm talking about. The tigerfish, and they're available. Another one I want to have is the paddlefish. Now the paddlefish is a domestic fish. It's from the Mississippi River Basin. It's a fish that gets 4 feet long or so, but it looks like a basking shark. It
Oh, no,
has
that's cool.
it has its face comes out to a big paddle, and its mouth is set way back and drops open like a basking shark. And it swims like that it's a filter feeder. It feeds on microscopic light. Remarkable fish. I've had them, but not for any length of time, and that was many years ago. So I'm going to be getting some this spring. That's one of the things I'm setting up this display to be able to do. They will be put in the pond because they swim in circles. So the
Oh,
pond is really
so
a
cool.
perfect environment for them. And they're used in farm ponds to keep the water clear because they filter out everything. So
Oh, that is awesome. It's like having a miniature basking shark.
yeah, really so excited about getting that. The fish I hate the most, silver dollars. Hands down, silver dollars. Well, we have a song. I wonder if I can find it. Let me play this silver dollar song. You want to check out while I'm looking for this?
Mhm.
Go ahead and talk a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go off and find this and come
Okay,
back.
I got you covered. Yeah, one of the reasons that guppies is my favorite, it's actually tied with rice fish because I love rice fish. You don't have to have a heater. It's simple. It's low tech. One of the best fish you can have. But they don't reproduce the way guppies do, and they don't have the variety that guppies do. I've seen some guppies that look like they're bettas. They've got long ribbon fins, difficult to breed, but something that I've thought about doing. And some of the most beautiful guppies that I've seen is the one that NC is starting to breed. He's got some really nice ones. And I would definitely love to see father fishes, gouramis that are totally disease free because that was one of my favorite fish. They're easy to keep, they're not aggressive. Dwarf gouramis was definitely one of my favorites. But everyone I've had always succumbed to dwarf gourami disease, so I gave up. Let's see what we got in the comments. William Avery asked, "Do you still got a Pottangian, a Pistagorama father fish?" I think he still does. Bear says, "Guppies are always surprising me with colors and how tough and resilient they are." Yes, that is so true, Bear, especially if you have the guppy Endler mixes. That's when you really get a fish that is super tough. I have several tanks of those around. I don't show them off because I'm waiting until they look the way I want them to. The ones in this room, they look good. They're the way I want them. The other tanks, they're getting there. I think I'm overthinking the aquascaping probably. Let's see what else we've got in the chat. Chatterbox says, "So true, Bear. So beautiful. I love guppies." And yeah, they're one of the best fish, in my opinion, to have. And second would be rice fish, just because you don't have to worry about a heater. They can survive in temperatures from 32 degrees. Believe it or not, they can survive with the top of the water frozen as long as there's one little spot where they can still, it doesn't freeze solid. But I've known some people that their tubs froze solid, this thick of ice. They walked up there to break up the ice. The fish are fine. And they was there for 12 hours in freezing temperature. But on the flip side, they can also survive in water that's up to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty much a bulletproof fish. And I think we might have Father Fish back. I'm not sure yet. You back, Father Fish? Nah, his audio's not working. So let's see what else we got in the chat. Dina, there's this farm online that I'm going to order my gouramis from, and they told me they haven't had any case of gourami disease in over 30 years. That's impressive. Please send me that link in Discord. That is really cool. See what else we got. Oh, not good at navigating Discord, but perhaps they were not too. Hey, that sounds good. Oh, now that's really interesting. Willie Bond 0007 says no. Get a licorice gourami, Dina. I have not seen a licorice gourami yet. I'm gonna have to look into that. They sound beautiful. Hopefully they're solid black, because after my husband started keeping mollies, which is another really great live bearer fish, he started keeping black mollies. And I've started falling in love with the black fish. They are just so beautiful and so peaceful. They really set off a tank, especially if you have red plants mixed with green plants in the tank. It adds a really nice color to it. Hey, we got him back.
I can't find it.
Hey, it happened.
It'll come up. I'll have to go looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a song that was written a few years back when I had an incident with silver dollies. I've mentioned it before in a big acrylic tank, huge 150-gallon acrylic tank, was 3 foot tall, with large angels and large silver dollars. And I went in one morning, it was in the old shop, and the angels were destroyed. They were bitten in half. They were dead or dying. The silver dollars they had been together for months. And then all of a sudden, one morning, bang, silver dollars killed everything. So one of the people who was working with me at the time did a video, a song about silver dollars, called Bad Silver Dollars.
That's funny.
It's cute. I will find it. It's a cute song.
Hey, eventually we'll find it.
Let's see. What's going on? They were talking about licorice gouramis. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're from Borneo.
Oh, that's cool.
They got it in Borneo. It's one of those anabanthids that are very tiny. There are a couple of species of them, and they live in very, very soft acid water, like water that's 5.0.
Oh, wow.
They've been adapted and been bred in captivity. There are some gouramis in the chocolate gourami is one, but it's part of that population.
That's cool.
That have been adapted to and have been bred in more alcohol, in less acid water, even water that's slightly alkaline. I have a few here.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm trying to set them up in vats to try to get them spawning. I don't think I'm doing very well with it right now. Snakehead bettas.
That's interesting. I've never seen a snakehead betta.
Well, I have another. I've really not followed wild bettas. There are a number of species of wild bettas, and it sloughs over into other kinds of labyrinths and gouramis. It's a huge classification of fish with member species literally all over the world. There are labyrinth species and gourami species on every continent. So they're really a remarkable fish.
Yeah, Willie Bond 0007 was asking if I would be able to bring up a link for him in StreamYard, because I think he has a video of the licorice gourami. but I'm not sure how to do that in StreamYard from somebody's link.
Well, just have to play it and then link it. Play it on your screen, then we can tie it in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you want to show off your tanks?
Oh, that sounds good. Definitely.
Let's see.
Did this work?
Yeah. We got
Awesome. No feedback. All right. First tank I want to show off is my Father Fish Turtle Paludarium. Hopefully the little turtles will be out. I left the light on a little bit too much, so got a little bit too much algae. Been working on building the food web and getting my cleanup crew. Just I've got to have a conversation with those turtles because they love to eat my cleanup crew, which is actually the healthiest food for them. I have a lot of different plants in here. I've got some chain swords and working on getting the micro swords to grow. And this is a type of Sagittarius, I believe, but I can't remember the type. It's been a few months since I've set this up. Then up here, we have a pitcher plant that my brother got me. This is just sweet potato vine. It's an experiment that I'm doing. This plant, I had the name of it in my head. I think it's aluminum. Aluminum plant. It's this one. Brazilian sword. And a few different experiments. If I remember right, this is the mermaid plant that I got from Father Fish. Attempting to grow turmeric, because I'm curious if that will actually grow in a paludarium. Got a little bit of algae there deliberately just to keep everything filtered because turtles do have a tendency to produce a lot of waste. And I've had this tank set up for months, and I finally checked the ammonium nitrates and everything. Everything is in the perfect range. This is just mint, the same mint that you would make tea with. It loves growing in a paludarium. Then we got a corn plant. These little turtles, I was hoping they would come out and I could show you guys. But it looks like they're going to be hiding. Next, I've got my grow out tanks. This has got baby black mollies. I left the light on a little bit too much, so my water lettuce got a little bit burnt. Then got the guppy grow out tank. And then some of my favorites, which is the Japanese rice fish. I'm really hoping they start producing soon because they are so beautiful and just so easy to maintain. And next, the tank that I've been having a little bit of battle with. This is my 40-gallon community tank. And the battle I'm having is this girl is very aggressive. I've been meaning to get on here and ask Father Fish, how can I get her to quit fin nipping? Those two are always battling each other. But otherwise, the tank's been doing great, except for just a little bit of aggressive diamond tetras. Hopefully, though, they'll start, now that their eggs have hatched, they'll quit being aggressive. I wish I could see some of the babies in there, but I think they're all in the back. I added extra guppy grass where they would quit predating the babies. But overall, that's what I've got for right now, you guys. I'll give you more updates later.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Got it. Now it shouldn't have any feedback. And Dean, you're welcome to come get your phone. Never works when I use my phone. That's because I'm logged in on here and it's logged in the same on my phone, so it just doesn't work out well. Father Fish, do you have any thoughts on how to deal with fin nippers?
The only thing you can do is remove them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can put them in timeout. It's usually a function of dominance. it's really not typically that they're fin nippers. It's that they for one reason or another have established dominance over another fish and are enforcing that domination.
That makes sense.
So you take one or the other of them out, and that usually you take the one that's being nipped out so you can get it to regain its health. And then very often when you put it back, it'll be fine. It won't
Oh,
be a
that's
problem
nice.
because that aggression will have passed and being treated in a different way, maybe against another fish or something. So removing the offendee rather than offender is typically the better option.
And
It
that's good.
depends on the fish. I mean, there's some fish that are just aggressive toward everything and everyone, and that they then become the problem. So it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah, mine. She just guards this one spot in the tank, and any fish that gets near it, she goes psycho on them.
Right.
So thank you, Father Fish.
Well, thank you. That was a nice showing there.
Thanks.
Baldy Spice, but experimented with growing different plants out of my aquariums. Currently have strawberries and chili. Do you have any experience with? I really don't. Um, I've done very little of that, so it's not anything I think it's fascinating, and I love the idea. A sweet potato, of course, is one of the most popular because they you can prop them up on the edge, and they'll send out an enormous root system and then grow this huge lush plant. Philodendron obviously is one that goes utterly crazy. Mine is just starting to grow now. I've had it in water for a couple of months, and it's finally getting a root system and starting to grow out. I've had it completely fill one end of my shop. I mean, it's amazing once it gets going how extensive it can become. And of course, in Florida, the leaves on these philodendron can be like elephant leaves. They get enormous. They go up into big monkey trees and turn into these monstrous plants.
Hey, that's good to know because I've just got my first philodendron right there behind me, and Christian B was so kind that he actually identified it for me. It's called a pink princess philodendron.
Nice.
I was curious how big it was going to get.
Monstera work well too, says Baldy.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
would.
folks. Nice. Let's see. We need to get some wrenches out here. The raw path hallucination needs a wrench. And Baldy Spice. It needs a wrench.
And with Mike's question, I can't remember how much the hornwort plants are in the shop. Do you mind if I look that up? Unless you know off the top of your head, which you probably do, knowing you.
What, the price? What do you mean?
Yeah, the Mike 1993, he was asking how much are your hornwort plants on your shop?
Oh, I don't know.
I can look it up.
Depends how they're sold. Probably $7.95, or it could be $5. You can get a lot more of them. Depends how much you want to spend. I mean, we get them in by the box, so we can sell them in any quantity. If you want $50 worth, you'll get a box full. Just depends what you're looking for.
Definitely. On the website, it's listed for 5, but like Father Fish said, you can contact him and get what you need.
Right. Got plenty of them. Oh, what's it? 7 o'clock. I'm going to shut this down.
Okay.
I'm feeling much better. But sir, I don't want to push myself
Oh, absolutely.
and get exhausted. I've got more stamina. I've been able to overcome the aphid. So I'm very excited about that. When it comes on, I can, when it's triggered, I can turn it off, and I can turn it off instantly. So enormously exciting. But now what I've got to do is begin building some stamina, and that's coming along. I'm getting there. I just need. I'm looking for warmer weather that'll allow me to get out and be more physically active. This winter has been really pretty debilitating. And I'm just beginning to come back and getting my voice back. I was hoarse for a long time, couldn't talk without kind of being breathy. So my voice is coming back now, which is nice. So anyway, delighted to be with you all. It's always a joy and always a pleasure. And we'll get back to our 2-hour sessions. Not to worry, it'll come. It's just going to take me a little while to kind of get myself back.
I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over.
Good night, everybody. Love y'all.
Never found
Love you all.
peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into
Night,
a
everybody.
world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Night, everybody.